Hey everyone, this is Jessica here. We're going to go over how we're going to take the video that I took of the recent Capital Business Seminar hosted by Rep. Oye, and we're going to go ahead and turn that into transcripts and make something that we can study from. All right, so let me show you how So welcome to my dirty desk. First things first, I uploaded one to my nice little fledgling YouTube channel. Here is the video that I took. So first things first is you upload the video to YouTube. If you have your own video, you can just make a private video on. It has to be public-ish, but as long as the link gives you access to it. So you make your video, pop it up there, and as you can see, it's everything that happened from the seminar. So first thing, then we're going to go to my account. This is my regular free account, and I went to NotebookLM. Start from the beginning. NotebookLM.google.com. And we're going to create new. I already got that one there. Then you're going to drop your source. So just so you know how to get started from nothing, you're going to click add sources right here. And since you have a YouTube video, we're going to go ahead and add it. Now, I did wait on purpose a couple of days to do this because brand new YouTube videos typically will not work. Your video needs to be about 3 days old. 3 days old before it'll work, or they say 72 hours. So keep that in mind. If your video is younger, however, there is always a way. So if your video is younger, it's too young, you're just gonna go ahead and Google YouTube audio downloader, right? And I went through a few of these. I'm guessing this one works. And let's find out. I pasted a link to my video. I know it wants me to sign up, so we're not going to use that one. We're going to use another a truly free one. That one looks sketchy. I have a couple that I like to use, but sometimes they get taken down. So here we go. Pop the video in there and give it a moment, and it'll give you the audio. Now, I'm not going to bother with that because I have it. It just, as you see, it dropped it right in. So there we go. Easy peasy, right? Now it's in. It gives us a review, right, of a grant and everything. So, of course, first things first, I'm just going to click study guide, FAQ, briefing document, and timeline. That just allows the AI to read what happened, the transcript, and just create the basics. Now, the one I want to know, because I actually want to contact her, what is the contact information of the contract attorney who spoke? And there you go. So look how it shows you the contact information is in the card. Take it there, but then it tells you the packages. So it looks like it didn't actually get her name. Okay, what is the name of the contract attorney? Yeah, so it has me, but it says does not know. The attorney's first name might be Shanita. So, right, so this is because, of course, she did not have her microphone. It was kind of hard to hear her. Okay, what are things I should know about contracts? And then I'm going to ask a simple one. What can you tell me about the grant? Bam. So we got some answers. Let's look. So basically, this is now going to overview her whole presentation about contracts, at least the part that I captured, right? What kind of contracts to make, force majeure, dispute resolutions. Don't make assumptions, have a lawyer review your contracts, don't sign out of desperation. That was useful. I'm going to save that. What about the grant? Presentation was a grant opportunity from the Holy Trinity Catholic Church. It's a small grant focused. All right. Application should not be too long. Great. The large grant, unaccompanied migrant minors. So you guys submit your letter of inquiry today, the 21st, and there you go. And it kind of goes off of everything that was said. So this one goes off the transcript. It goes off things that are said, not things that are necessarily written on the screen, unless you give it that transcript. Okay, give me one moment. Let me see if I can. Oopsie. Give me one moment. Let me see if I can find it for you. All right. So I found my email telling us about the seminar, which is how I got the name of the contract of the attorney, and we're just going to do a simple search on. Oopsie, not that one. A simple search on her. No, no, that's why. So we're gonna go ahead, copy paste her name, and let's go back here. And here we are. And now we found Ms. Danya Gordon. So I like that. So we're gonna go ahead and copy that in here and add her as a resource, add her website as a source. And just so you know, I know it worked because it didn't turn red. If the source doesn't work, it turns red. So we got her as a source in here. Now I'm going to, since we got her, a little bit of information about her, right? This is, I think, her contact us. So she has a form. Talking about her services. This is all wonderful. And there we go. So we got her information. We got Danya Gordon. That's the attorney. Now we have let's look up the grant. So the grant was by the Holy Trinity Catholic Church. And we're just going to say that grant. Or I'm going to put DC grants. And here we go. So now we're able to go look at their own website, Holy Trinity Catholic Church, and grab information. So I hope this wasn't helpful, because if there we are. This is exactly what we were looking at. So we're going to go ahead and add this to the source. And this is good because I was there. I did not take any written notes. The only notes I took was this video, and I clearly only paid but so much attention. I can admit that. So one thing I'm going to do is I'm going to save this one to note about the grants, and now I'm going to ask it the same question again. What is the contact information of the grant of the contract attorney? Now I'll see if it has something more for us. So it's really cute. So it talks about me. So I like how is it correct? It is possible that it could be me, and it's wrong. And then it tells you Danya Gordon right here, and her email is protected. Great. Now, what can you tell me about the grant opportunity by the church? And there we go. And what I think I'm noticing too is that now, if you look at the sources, so this is source 1, 2, and 3. So before it was focusing on source 1, which is the video. Now we're getting sources like source 3 or source 2 is popping up much more. The other source. So now we're getting much more deeper information. Now we got dates, key dates, the large grant, the small grant. Great. How much is the small grant for? Trinity offers small grants from $5,000 to $20,000. Organizations addressing environmental racial justice, social refugees, turning citizens, homelessness, and youth. Look at that. So now we got some information. It's giving us that I went entirely off of the video. That's how I got the attorney's name. That's how I got the grant. I looked up more information, add a little bit to it, and I'm getting more information. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to make a little podcast. Discuss contracts. And that's it. So discuss the shortness of contracts using an attorney and the 2 grants that are available. And just like that, it's going to go ahead and create exactly what we asked for. So it's going to create a little podcast for us. The podcast is going to be all about this while we can continue to ask more questions. Let's say, how do contracts, that's a good smart question this just gave us. How do contracts offer legal protection? How can you use contracts to protect your interests and avoid disputes? I like it. And so there we go. So now just like that, we got the answer. So contracts offer legal protections. It tells you wow and how to use the contracts, the ways, and preventing confusion. And of course, it's all pointing to the discussion, the video. And sometimes when you click this, you can see the video like here. So this is a way you can actually watch the video while you're looking at the content that it's about, just to show you, because again, that you can actually watch the video that's being discussed while you're reading the notes about it and asking your questions, right? And then while it's also creating for you a podcast. So it gives you, so it's just going over all the reasons why you should have an attorney, how you can use your contracts, what's the real value here, and then how much does it cost to sue, and how long can it take? And there you go. So now it's telling you legal fees. The source mentions paying over $20,000 to argue over a clause missing in a contract, whereas retainers cost about $5,000. It tells you Danya Gordon charges $500 per hour and offers packages. You know, making sure to have the winning party pay. So I like this. I'm going to save that. Save that to note, because that is really good information. And she did say these things. I do remember that now. So I like this. It's great if you recording a lecture, you are going to events. Me, that's constantly attending talks, seminars, speaking engagements. Sometimes I'm speaking at them, and so I'm more focused on what I'm speaking than taking notes. As long as somebody has a recording, audio or visual, you can get the information without necessarily having to watch the entire video yourself either. So this is one of the real big perks of using the service. All right, everyone, we got our podcast. We got a 12-minute podcast. Let's listen.
Out there, no matter what stage you're at, and that is the world of contracts.
You know, it's so important.
Yeah, we just went to this business seminar, right?
Yeah.
And it was fascinating to hear a contract attorney talk about how so many people misunderstand or underestimate the importance of having contracts.
Right, and even seasoned business owners, people who you think would know better.
You'd think they'd have it down by now, right?
Yeah.
But this attorney really emphasized the need.
So there you go. So just like that, it took a couple minutes for the program to make for me a custom podcast with 2 people who are now telling me everything that I learned and focusing on what I want to know. Because, for example, I don't really care about the grant that much, to be honest. I care much more about the contracts. So I was able to get a customized podcast, and you can download that. You can even add that as a source and make more podcasts. So you guys go. I hope this was helpful. Bye.